Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody get ready, get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, I had an opportunity, you guys know, did a live yesterday and talked about does Lincoln Riley reality versus expectations. And you guys know that Lincoln needs a little bit more time to build. And ironically, recruits are not looking at this thing the way fans are looking at it. Fans are, all the way lost in the sauce, and rightfully so. They're fans. We want our team to win. We want the team to move and groove at a rapid pace. However, it's important to put everything in its proper perspective. And I talked to Xavier Jordan's uncle. You guys know Xavier Jordan, as you see here, big time edge rusher, super talent, 5-star out of the state of Georgia. Pretty good friends with his uncle, communicate with him on a regular basis. And he actually gave me some feedback. I put a post up on Twitter, and I'm getting ready to show you guys exactly what he said. Basically, I was saying that recruits don't look at this thing the way we look at it. And you got to understand, they see the future. They're very high on guys like Eric Henderson, Sean Nua, and of course, Lincoln Riley. Whether you guys realize it or not, the fan base, players love Lincoln Riley. They flock to him, and that's the reality of it. And, this thing is coming together. It's going to come together, and I think the future is bright. I think he needs to be given the same grace. You guys know I talked about 7-win Sark. They called him 7-win Sark for a reason, and I brought up the record yesterday. Those who didn't watch my live, I brought up the record through a 3-year period. Lincoln Riley is 22-10, whereas Sark is 24-14 through a 3-year period. Lincoln Riley is right there. And if he finishes this year out strong, it'll be right around 28-10. And he'll pretty much be where Sark is, maybe a little bit ahead by a couple of games. And so we got to put it in proper perspective. But let me show you guys what Xavier Jordan's uncle said in response to my tweet. We were having this conversation on Twitter this morning. Let's go. All right, so here is my post. And I said this: everyone wants instant gratification. But what people fail to realize is that Lincoln Riley didn't inherit a roster full of talent. He came into a situation that wasn't the best, especially after coming from a program where he had a loaded roster. Now, with the emergence of the transfer portal and NIL, he's having to adapt, adjust, and add talent all at once while still maintaining his duty as a head coach. Had to reflect on coaches like Jimbo Fisher and Steve Sarkisian, both of whom were given time to build their programs. With that being said, Lincoln Riley deserves the same grace that they're getting. Now, in response to that, let me show you what Xavier Griffin's dad said. Excuse me, not dad, but his uncle. And this is what he said, responding back to me. He says, "Dog, the future is so bright, and we're building a playoff winning team. The culture is changing by the day. This too shall pass, then everyone will be back on the LA wagon." Man, he's absolutely right. And this is what, it's frustrating because it's like me on my end, I'm battling with the fans and I'm battling with the feeling of being a fan. But at the end of the day, I do understand that aspect of it. And you guys know I've been bringing up the 3-year record with Steve Sarkisian and giving him and say, look, Riley deserves the same grace. I don't like some of the things that Coach Riley's doing right now, especially you guys already know. I feel like there's different things that could be done. Of course, bringing my Alva in, you guys know I'm big on that. I don't understand it, but at the same time, one thing I do understand, I understand like Eric Henderson, Deontay Lynn. We see a significant change, and we got to give credit to Lincoln Riley that he's even hired those guys. He's hired guys that are serious experience, that's had great success, Super Bowl winning guys. And I think that has to be put in proper perspective. And so I want you to see what else Xavier Griffin's uncle had to say. And here's another thing. He said this. He said, it takes time to build. It's not an overnight process. He says, folks, we just got to the Big Ten. He said, relax. So listen, this is a recruit, a guy that's committed to us, Xavier Griffin. Xavier Griffin, his uncle, he's saying relax. And this is a big time recruit. This is not some microwave, just some small time guy. He's a big time edge rusher. A lot of people were worried about us losing recruits. We just received another commitment from a big time guy. You guys know Jerome Miles, those two players out of the state of Utah, Aaron Dunn, USC's got those guys as well. So look, man, I'm still saying trust the process, man. I know it's tough to watch this like this, especially one thing I could say is USC lost by 14 points in a 4-game stretch. And it's frustrating. And I know that this defense made a significant amount of improvement. And I know for a fact that I feel like if we would have put Jaden Miles in, it could have gave us a chance to win. Not saying pull Miller Moss all the way out, but give us some packages. I just feel like it could have changed some things. Now that's not saying, and it's not all on the mistakes of Miller Moss. They just came at back-breaking times. That's what this is really all about. And so, look, man, you guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can give me your thoughts. Give me your feelings. How you feeling? What you think? This is a recruit's uncle. He's telling it how it is. I mean, can you dispute that? Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.